Hello friends, a very warm welcome to everyone. I'm Krishan Sharma and I'm here to discuss with you how to become a better investor. I've experienced a very funny thing in my life. I have seen people doing various things to become a better investor, like reading books, asking others about it, trying to understand markets and economy, predicting markets, anticipating investors' behavior, etc., etc. If you dwell deeper, you will realize that there are only a few psychological traits which are required to become a smart investor. To become a smart investor, you need trust. Because when you invest, you give your hard-earned wealth to others to manage. Money is actually dearer than life. What is the single most important trait to keep in mind when you give your money to somebody else? Trust. And who has to trust? You have to trust, my friends. It's a challenge for you. This challenge is not of anybody else. It's a big challenge for you on your course to become a better investor. The second important trait is patience, and the third one is discipline. These three things will eventually make you a better investor. Let us try and understand these psychological factors in more detail. How is trust established? You have to decide this. But what is the process to win someone's trust or distrust? You have to check a few things about the person whom you are going to trust, like his intent, his character. Is he transparent? How competent he is? Is he consistent? Let me tell you, friends, trust is a natural instinct, but it comes with experience. Let us understand how does it come and what drives trust. I want to share a small incident which occurred some time back. I called my 5-year-old son and asked him a question. Son, do you like chocolates? He said, of course, Dad. I like them very much. Chocolates are my favorite. If you like them so much, tell me one thing. Do you want more chocolates or less? He smiles and says, that's a silly one, Dad. Obviously, I will take more. Because I like chocolates. So I gave him two options. You can take 2 chocolates right now or 3 chocolates tomorrow. He chose 2 chocolates right now. There are several reasons for it. I will not go in detail. But listen carefully to the single most important reason. When I asked my son, you told me that you would like to have more chocolates. Then why did you opt for less? He says, Dad, you are giving these chocolates right now. What if you change your mind tomorrow? This 5-year-old boy with a sacred soul does not trust his father. Did you understand the context, friends? A small boy with sacred soul who has not learned the worldly tricks and is also not familiar with the feelings of jealousy, hatred or grudge, yet he finds it difficult to trust his father, whether he will give him 3 chocolates tomorrow or not. The single biggest challenge while investing is trust. You have to cross the ocean of trust, my friends. What is the reason of failure of all unsuccessful investors? It is because they don't invest with trust. They face a little bit of confusion, some volatility, ups and downs in the market, tough times, and they straight away exit their investments. They leave the journey incomplete and don't become successful investors. The first step to become a successful investor is to trust. You have to trust that your country will develop economically. And also the mutual fund where you have invested will fulfill your dreams. It is precisely for this reason we call mutual funds as trusts in India. They are established as trusts and they appoint the asset management companies for you to manage your wealth. Always remember, trust is very important. Always remember to trust someone and believing in someone is your own challenge. You have to decide the process of trusting. Keep in mind following 5 things about the person you are contemplating to trust: his intent, his character, whether he is transparent, how competent he is, and his consistency. If you have started trusting, it will lead to another trait, which is patience. Patience is not a trait which comes since birth. Patience is a virtue which you have to acquire. You have to learn to acquire it. You have to understand. What does patience mean? Patience is determined by your behavior when the conditions are unfavorable to you. Whether you have peace of mind or not, in such conditions, often we call patience as delay in your job done. While we are talking about patience, I recollect in Ramayana, patience was considered to be the most crucial virtue required for human beings. How shall we prove that patience is very much essential for success in life. Not just in life, but also in investments. It is interesting to note that the elements which cause success in life also contribute towards success in investing. There was a renowned psychologist at Stanford University by the name of Walter Mischel. He tried to study the role of patience in life about 40 to 50 years back. He and his team gathered a few kids for an experiment. Kids were small, in the age group of 3 to 6 years. The average age of these kids was 4 years. It is called Marshmallow Experiment, and it is available on the internet too, if you want to see. So in this marshmallow experiment, he gathered a few kids. Kids were made to sit in different cabins. And when they were feeling hungry and wanted to eat something, in this scenario, they were given a piece of marshmallow. Marshmallow is a type of a sweet which is similar to sweet paneer. While the marshmallow was given to them, kids got excited as they were hungry and got hold of a delicious item to eat. The experimenter told them to hang on before eating and gave a couple of instructions. If you want, you can eat it right away. The other option is, we are going out for some time and will be back shortly. If we see that you have not eaten the marshmallow when we are back, then you will get double the marshmallow. Look at the challenge, friends. This is what happens in investing also. You invest rupees 100 today and after a few years earn 200, 300, 400, 500. You are getting marshmallow right now. Either eat it right away or wait to get double. You have to be patient in both the cases. The question is what they were observing in this experiment. They observed these kids and found out that few kids ate the marshmallow immediately. Some kids tried not to eat, thinking they will eat after some time. All of them are being captured by the camera for reactions. Kids were trying not to eat the marshmallow. One kid took a small piece, tasted it, and then ate the whole piece immediately. There were very few kids who didn't eat the marshmallow at all. How did these kids pass this test of patience? They did an amazing thing, friends. They just stopped seeing the marshmallow. Marshmallow was kept on the plate. They just went away from this plate, started playing with something else, seeing other things, but did not see the marshmallow. Because when you see or smell, that is when your desire increases. In mutual funds also, we are taught to be patient. Don't see the NAVs daily. Friends, those who see the stock prices and NAV daily are impatient. But this is not the lesson. Here's the learning. They studied the behavior of all the kids who ate the marshmallow as well as those who didn't and made separate files of all of them. And their team did a remarkable job. Believe me, for the next 40 years, they observed the developments in these kids every 5 years. And they found out that the kids who were impatient, kids who ate the marshmallow immediately, were less successful in life. And those who didn't eat the marshmallow and who were patient had climbed the ladder of success in life and were very highly placed. This is the power of patience, friends. We want this patience in investing too. How were the kids able to keep patience? The kids just stop watching things which causes pain or problem and makes them impatient. I request you to stop checking NAVs daily. See the marshmallow experiment on the internet. If you want to do some work and it gets delayed due to some reason, you tend to get impatient because the time given to us by God is getting spent and the time spent never comes back. Therefore, it's a common human tendency to save time. Whenever a person's work gets delayed, he feels precious time is getting wasted. This affects him emotionally and disturbs him. And a disturbed mind tends to take wrong decisions more often. That is why patience is so important. But you will never be patient till the time you trust wholeheartedly. Patience affects your decision making because you tend to be disturbed and distracted. How do you feel when something happens which causes a delay? Something similar happens to us while investing. If there are a couple of weeks of inaction in the market, you get worried and exit your investments. How can you imbibe patience? No one in the world will be able to help you. You yourself will have to develop this virtue. What happens if you don't have this trait? Recently, I got an opportunity to visit a wildlife sanctuary with my friends. I was excited that I would see a lion. We were 5 of us going for the jungle safari on a jeep. We were accompanied by a guide. The very first advice the guide gave us was to keep patience. We assured him that we will surely be patient. It was a 3-hour safari and the first 15 minutes went past and we did not see the lion. We already started getting worried. The guide got the jeep stopped a little ahead. He instructed all of us to get down and observe the footmarks of the lion. We got very excited that lion had just passed by from there. But then another half an hour went past without any one of us spotting a lion. We went a little ahead and now it was halfway through. Guide got the jeep stopped again and showed us lion's droppings. Again we were excited. He also told us that the droppings are fresh, which means lion is somewhere in the vicinity. Another half an hour went past and we could not see the lion. Last 15 minutes were left and we were yet to see the lion. The guide requested us to be patient, but we were getting very impatient. As we were talking, we heard a monkey yelling. Guide said it's a call and the lion should be somewhere nearby. He instructed to stop the jeep. We were observing but could not see the lion. The 3-hour safari got over and we returned disappointed. But we did not lose hope and decided that we will not return without seeing the lion and again did a 3-hour safari. See what happened. Out of 5 of us, one friend decided not to join in. He believed he would not be sighting the lion this time too and decided to rest in the hotel itself. So now we were 4 of us and we sat in the jeep again. This time we chose another guide. Last time's guide was jinxed. We often change our investment schemes too. Same thing we do in other aspects of life too. We changed our scheme. Earlier one was an inauspicious scheme which didn't give good returns, so we chose another guide and sat with him in the jeep. He gave the same advice to be patient. We spent about 2 hours without any luck. We were discussing something amongst ourselves. Observe carefully. Our trust is being challenged now. These jungles don't really have lions. They have just commercialized it to earn money. This is what people also say for investments. It's just a commercial business to earn money. There are no lions in the jungle. Sometimes they show lions' footmarks, droppings. Suddenly they say there is a call and so on. These are the tricks they use to keep us patient and hopeful for 3 hours and then they show us the exit gate. Slowly all 4 of us were getting this feeling that the lion is not there in the jungle. One of us asked the guide whether there are any lions in the jungle or... No. This is what an investor also asks. Is it possible to make good returns in this market? As the time passed by, we were losing our patience and distrust increased. One friend said that the friend who decided to stay back in the hotel was wiser in deciding not to come with us. You often get such companions who would question your participation in the market and recommend you to stay with the FD only. At least you would earn some returns. Feelings are exactly the same. Last 15 minutes were left. Guide instructed us to be quiet as the lion would run away due to noise. And he pressed the driver's shoulder and the jeep stopped at that very instant. He told the driver to reverse the jeep a bit, and there it was, the king of the jungle, lion. And there it was. We enjoyed the sight of the lion for 5 minutes. Exactly 5 minutes back, we were under the impression that there were no lions in this jungle, and they were fooling us. This is called patience, friends. In investing, patience is the most important element, and the most dreaded weakness in our lives is nothing but patience. Patience comes from trust. We didn't have trust that there are lions in the jungle. Many investors don't believe they will earn good returns. And as this belief sets in, patience gets shaken and the third important trait becomes difficult to follow, that is discipline. Discipline means regular investing. We will be able to invest regularly only when we believe that India is moving ahead. We will be able to invest regularly only if we believe that our money in mutual funds is managed by professional experts. This trust leads to patience, which leads to discipline of investing regularly. About 700 years ago, Kabir gave this verse, "Dheere dheere re mana, dheere sab kuch hoye," which means everything happens slowly. Watering the plant once in advance won't give you fruits quickly. When season comes, you will get the fruits. It is very important to bear this in mind. Friends, 3 psychological traits are the pillars of investing. If there is a lack of trust, you will not achieve success. Lack of trust leads to lack of patience. Lack of patience leads to lack of discipline in investing. If these 3 are not there, you will not achieve success in investing. It is your responsibility, friends. You have to understand no one will help you in this journey. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. To watch more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.